Let's face it, we can lose weight on any restriction diet. The problem is keeping the weight off. Just ask Oprah. Focusing on calories in and calories out is only one piece of the weight loss puzzle. What if my great grandmother's advice actually helps address weight management? What if the time you go to bed actually does matter? And if so, what is that best time? In our exploration today, we will focus on 3 points. 1, a quick dive into the sleep science. I promise it's fascinating. 2, we'll look at sleep routine essentials. And 3, we will reveal the best time for bed to promote weight loss. Spoiler alert, if you saw my previous video, the number one mistake that will crush your goals and health, you may already know the answer. Hi there, I'm Teresa Potter. I am a retired biochemist, chemistry teacher, athlete, and founder of Heirloom Apothecary. I have devoted my life to exploring ancient wisdom that is supported by cutting-edge science. So let's dive in. Is there a best time to go to sleep to promote weight loss? My great-grandmother's adage, for every 1 hour of sleep you get before midnight, it's worth 2 hours of sleep after midnight. In my previous video, we explored the science and found that that is absolutely supported by cutting-edge science. Now, let's look at this. Can this advice apply to weight loss management? Let's look at the science. Focusing on input and output of calories is a thing, but not considering hormones and circadian rhythm falls short of completing the weight loss puzzle. Numerous studies have suggested that restricted sleep and poor sleep quality may lead to metabolic disorders, weight gain, and an increased risk of obesity and other chronic health conditions. There is also a positive correlation between good sleep and healthy body weight. Researchers compared participants who slept 8 to 9 hours each night and compared to those who slept less than 6 hours each night over a 4-week period. In just 1 month, they found that those who slept 8 to 9 hours consumed an average of 270 fewer calories each day and lost about a pound compared to those who slept less than 6 hours per night, who gained just under a pound on average. Clearly, just the numbers of sleep does affect one's weight, but how? Though lack of sleep is only one factor in the development of obesity, research suggests that it negatively affects hunger levels, influencing a person to consume more calories from high-fat and high-sugar foods. It may do this by affecting the hunger hormone levels, increasing ghrelin, which makes you feel hungry, and decreasing leptin, which makes you feel full. In fact, one review of studies found that those who experienced sleep deprivation consumed an additional 385 calories per day, with a greater than usual proportion of calories coming from fat. When you do not get adequate sleep, the body makes more ghrelin and less leptin, leaving you hungry and increasing your appetite. Poor sleep may also increase levels of cortisol, a hormone related to stress that also stimulates our appetite hormones. Several studies have also indicated that sleep deprivation also affects food preferences. Sleep-deprived individuals tend to choose foods that are high in calories and carbohydrates. Extra time spent awake may also increase the opportunities to eat. Getting adequate quality sleep is an important part of any healthy weight loss plan. Most importantly, research has shown that losing sleep while dieting can actually reduce the amount of weight lost and encourage overeating. Oh, how I wish I understood these concepts when I was a young mother. When I was pregnant, My doctor was adamant that I keep my weight gain to a healthy 25 pounds over the course of the pregnancy. While it took consistent effort to do, my real weight battle was after giving birth. That is when I was so sleep deprived, I would eat for energy. Every time I started a new task, I would have a snack just to keep going. When the baby would reach about 2, then they would start sleeping better, and I would start sleeping better. Then I could start focusing on my diet. This up and down happened with each new baby. I was a stay-at-home mom, and when I would complain to my friends, I was infuriated to hear, "Just sleep when the baby sleeps." That is the only time I could get things done. Besides, I thought sleep was a waste of time. If there is anything I wish I could go back and teach young mommy Teresa, is to make sleep a priority. We now know that sleep routines that are aligned with our circadian rhythm are crucial for healthy weight management and for metabolic health. Chronic eating and sleeping at unusual circadian times have direct effect on hormones that affect our weight gain and overall health. Understanding just 3 of the hormones can empower you with the understanding you need to make the necessary changes in your sleep routine. The first hormone is insulin, a hormone that regulates blood sugar. Circadian disruption increases the insulin response. This leads to obesity due to increased insulin, causing glucose to be stored as fat rather than burned as energy. Insulin is like that annoying neighbor who comes knocking loudly at your door at all hours of the day and night. Eventually, you just quit answering the door. When your cells ignore the knock of insulin, you become insulin resistant, and type 2 diabetes results. The second and third hormones are ghrelin and leptin. They are the hormones that regulate appetite. Sleep deprivation and circadian disruption cause ghrelin and leptin hormone changes. This leads to increased food intake and snacking. Clearly, this is the mechanism that led to my significant weight gain after each childbirth. Clearly, our sleep routine needs to align with our circadian rhythm. In my previous video, the number 1 mistake that will crush your goals and health, I outlined in detail 11 best practices to align our sleep with our circadian rhythms. You can find a link to it in the description below, and you can skip to 11 minutes and 47 seconds for the 11 best practices. Interestingly enough, our best sleep routine is governed by what we do during the day. If you adopted some of those practices last week, how are you doing? Are you ready to add an additional practice to improve your sleep? In addition to these 11 best practices, scientific studies consistently show that regular physical activity amplifies the effect of our best practices on aligning our sleep with our circadian rhythm. Join me next week to explore this link between sleep and physical activity. Ultimately, going to bed consistently at the same time and waking at the same time after getting 7 to 8 hours worth of sleep has scientifically shown to provide the greatest health and well-being benefits. And yes, we can optimize our best efforts at weight loss as well. All right, already. So when is the best time to go to bed for weight loss? Well, sleep studies suggest one time. Drum roll. It's 10 p.m. Why is that? The circadian rhythm graph shows that at 10 p.m. or 2000 hours, that our cortisol, our alertness hormone levels drop to a critical level, and our melatonin, our drowsy hormone, levels rise to critical levels for sleep. When we align our lifestyle such that we are in bed at 10 p.m., our hormone levels and organs can work optimally according to their individual circadian clocks within our 24-hour circadian rhythm. We can then work with our bodies, not against it, utilizing healthy weight loss practices. Once we achieve our weight loss goal, our sleep practices will promote healthy weight management. If you find you need extra help with sleep, I recommend the Essential Oil Synergies that I developed to help us fall and stay asleep. They are Sleepy Time for regular sleep issues and No Panic, All Chill for those who have anxiety-related sleep disorders. They are both applied in the same way. They come in a roller ball, and they are applied in 5 places. Underneath the nostrils, it smells lovely. At the temples, right between your eyebrows on your third eye, and at the back of your neck, below your hairline, applied right along your spinal cord. These products are linked below in the description. So this week, please continue the sleep practices that you adopted last week. Maybe add a new one. But definitely incorporate the 10 p.m. bedtime to better align with your natural circadian rhythm. As studies have shown, this one change will over time lead to slight weight loss and provide the foundation of success coupled with sound weight loss practices. If you want to amplify the effects of your practices on your circadian rhythm, join me next week to explore how sleep affects physical exercise. Until next week, sending you my love through my content. Please give me a little love tap on those subscribe and thumbs up buttons, and be sure to give me a hug by commenting below with topics that you would like help mastering. And tell me which sleep practices you will carry over into this week. Until our next encounter, continue to choose to be enlightened.